everyone. Welcome to the worst album ever made, a show where we're still trying to find out what is the worst album ever made. And you know what? It's been a while. It's been a while since we've talked about these three right next to me. It's the beginning of the year, so let's go in and let's give a little recap of where we are right now on the board of shame, shall we? Number 3 is William Hung's Inspiration. This is a cover album made by a nice guy who is convinced to start a music career for the sole reason to mock and ridicule him for his terrible singing voice. It is a showcase of terrible and lazy instrumentals and how cruel the world can be. Next up is number 2. And that is Nostalgia Critic's The Wall, a confusing, riddled mess of an album filled with nonsense critiques of Pink Floyd's The Wall, movie and album. It is filled with a lot of shouting and eye-roll inducing lyrics. I hate it. And then finally, we have our number 1, our very controversial take. It is Lou Reed's Metal Machine Music. This is 1 hour of loud static feedback and noise made by legendary singer-songwriter Lou Reed. It is number 1 because I have yet to find something on the show that would make me listen to an hour of static instead of listening to a certain album again. Until today! Yes! Yes, I have found the next worst album ever made. It's been so long, but I finally found something that's worse than an hour of static and noise. After 10 months of searching for the next thing to throw Lou Reed's Metal Machine Music, I have finally found it. And it is made by the lovely man we like to call Viper. Now, who is Viper? Viper is an iconic rapper who is known for his 2008 mega so bad it's good album, You'll Cowards Don't Even Smoke Crack. Viper is known for his deep voice, his ridiculous choices for backing tracks, and his poor grammar. Viper, since 2008, has garnered millions of views on YouTube for his fascinating music. And since his wonderful 2008 mega hit, Viper's been busy. He's made a total of 1,042 albums in his long career, and each one is worse than the last. Case in point, this one. This album is called I Know She Hot, She Know I'm Rich 5. What a name! What a name for your album. To think that Viper thought that name was good enough, he made 5 of them. The exact same name with the exact same cover art. Look at that. That's the cover art. Man, with a name like that, it makes me think of what other albums that Viper has made. I mean, Viper's made over 1,000 albums, and with a title like this, I'm sure that the other ones are bangers. Which leads me to my brand new game show I'm starting right now. Is this a Viper album or not? Oh yes, welcome to the show everybody. It's now time for Is This a Real Viper Album or Not? Alright, round 1. Which one is the real Viper album? Is it Sexy Ladies, Sexy Ladies, Sexy Ladies 6? Is it Dis Sex Just For You Only? Or I Love the Jiggly Parts of Women? Guess now. Alright, that's it for round 1. Time for round 2! Which one of these is the real Viper album? Is it Vivo and rapper Viper YouTube channel? Is it rapper Viper YouTube channel? Or is it Google rapper Viper? Which one it is, write it down. Answers will be coming in soon. All right, everyone, it's now time for round 3. It is the mega round. Okay, so here it is. We got a lot more options here, and you need to find the top 3 real Viper albums. Okay, so is it You Are a Stupid Dummy? Is it You're a Moron? Is it You Are Such an Idiot? Is it you are such a moron? Is it you're so stupid? Is it I'm a lot smarter than you? Is it you are a dummy? Is it you're so dumb? Is it you're such an imbecile? Is it you are an imbecile? Is it you are dumb? Is it I'm so much smarter than you? Is it you can't be that stupid? Is it I'm a lot smarter than you? All right, you picked it? Good, moving on. Okay, so let's see how you did. Let's see which ones are the real Viper albums. They're all real. I Know She Hot, She Know I'm Rich 5 is one of the most recent of Viper undertakings, and it's terrible. It is boring, nonsensical tripe that's almost 2 hours long. It took everything in my power to get through it. It was boring, it was awful, and I'm about to tell you why. If you Google Viper Rapper and go to his Wikipedia page, you'll see that Wikipedia talks about his very impressive looking discography and how he's made all these albums. But Wikipedia also has a little thing that says only about 15 albums are full original content, and all the other ones are remixes. This is one terrifyingly remixed to hell corpse of an album that has no semblance of real music onto it. Viper is selling snake oil almost. On this album, there was 2 songs that were the exact same song, just with 2 little tiny bits added to the beginning of it, to make it slightly different. Oh, wait. This is the same fucking song. This is the same fucking song that just played. He reused the same song, called it something completely different. It's the same song! It's the fucking same song! This album, each song is stretched to like 8 minutes long, and each one of them are just slowed down versions of Viper's other songs. Each song on here is just slowed down versions of Viper's already made music. One of them is completely backwards to make it sound slightly different. And this one is just a random album I picked out of the bunch, but I think if I picked any of the recent Viper albums, I would get the same result. This one is terrible, and I'm sure they're all terrible, because there's no real artist intent in there. I don't think Viper has listened to a single one of these songs all the way through. I know that there are 15 songs off this album. If I was blindfolded and you played this to me, I don't think I could tell that these were 15 different individual songs. Each song is about between 5 to 9 minutes, and each one feels double the length, so you might as well be sitting there for like 4 hours listening to it. It's so unnecessarily long. I don't think anyone ever has listened to this album all the way through. If they did, what's wrong with you? I could not sit down and get through a second listen. Only other time on this show where I didn't listen to the album for 10 times all the way through, it was Metal Machine Music. And I would rather listen to Metal Machine Music than this album. Metal Machine Music's a lot shorter, and it doesn't feel twice the length. Now, usually on the show, I played the little ding, and I have a little artwork piece I show off, and I talk about each song and what they mean and what that's like, but I can't do that. I can't do that with this. There is nothing here. There's no meaning to anything he's doing. And maybe if I was listening to the original version of the song, I could tell you a little bit more about it, but I can't understand what Viper's saying. I can't understand anything. It's way too mixed to hell for you to get any semblance of a traditional song in there. It's almost like noise at this point, but I know it's not trying to be that. Viper's just trying to put more albums out there because he knows that the more albums he puts out, the more attention he gets because he's made so many albums. There's already plenty of videos on YouTube about it, and I'm sure it's something that Viper likes to hear. I made more albums than anyone else that year. I'm the big boss man here. But they're not real songs. They're nothing. So that was Viper's I Know She Hot, She Knows I'm Rich 5. If you're interested in listening to Viper, listen to Y'all Cowards Don't Even Smoke Crack. It's actually original. I was actually thinking about doing it for this show, but I was like, I think Viper's done worse than this, and I was right. It's the worst thing I've ever heard, and I think it's going to be a hard act to follow. If you haven't heard, I was commissioned to do a music video for my friend Breakfast Cult for a single called Hell Yeah. I'm gonna link that at the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you're ready for another year of stupid music. Stupid music. Sometimes surprising, sometimes good, but mostly stupid music. Alright, I'm out of here. I'm leaving. What's up with that? Y'all cowards don't even smoke crack. What's up with that? Y'all cowards don't even smoke crack. What's up with that? Y'all cowards don't even smoke crack.